Hi, and welcome to the training on priority-based to-do lists. For those who don't know me, my name is Carrie Thompson. I help overwhelmed moms find more time, peace, and joy in their lives so that they can thrive in motherhood and in all the other roles that they have. Let's get started. Why should we spend time prioritizing our to-do list? Have you ever been in the position where you have a to-do list that is so long, it takes your breath away? You don't want to do it. You don't even know where to get started. I've been there. I used to make a to-do list and add on the to-do list to make another to-do list. It was a little crazy. Why do you want to prioritize it? First, you're less likely to miss non-negotiables. If you've got a to-do list that's a mile long and you've got pay the electric bill on the back of that piece of paper where your to-do list is, you're more likely to forget it because it's lost in the sea of other items. It's not at the top. Even though it's urgent and important, it's just somewhere on the back or it's somewhere at the bottom. And maybe unimportant, not urgent things are up at the top. I don't want you to miss these non-negotiables. Prioritizing can help you not drop those balls and not forget something that's important in your life. The list, whether it's on paper, on your phone, or in your head, is never ending. The fact is that there is always going to be, quote unquote, something to do as long as we are on this earth. So having a sense of order around that list can bring a sense of clarity and a sense of purpose so that you know what should happen next and base your decisions, base your days off of that prioritization. Next, it can help you resist the urge to throw in the towel. Again, if you've got that never-ending to-do list that's so long and so many things on it, it can be overwhelming. Absolutely make you feel like you're never going to get it done and make you feel like you don't even want to start and make you want to hide under a rock and say, I don't want an adult today. It's too much. I don't want that for you. I want you to achieve success when it comes to succeeding in what truly matters to you. I don't want you to give up before you even get started. Lastly, prioritizing your to-do list can help you realize just how much can be eliminated or at least pushed back to a later date. You can find freedom in knowing that only a few items, it's likely going to be 3 items or less, truly have to get done in any given day. I want you to do your best and put away the rest for another day or even eliminate those items. In the free workbook that you received, there is a matrix, and it's called the Eisenhower Matrix. It has 4 quadrants. Get out your pens or make notes on your phone to fill in the blanks of examples for each of these 4 quadrants. Quadrant 1 is do. Some examples of do include paying bills, important meetings at work or as part of your family life, healthcare appointments, approaching deadlines, or schoolwork, or work-related deadlines that you need to remember. That quadrant is do. You'll see it's on the top left of the matrix, and that means that it's both high in urgency, so it's urgent, and it's high in importance, so it's important. So quadrant 1, do tasks that are both urgent and important. Quadrant 2 is decide. These tasks are not urgent, but they are important. Some of these tasks could include exercise, reading, maybe you have an upcoming birthday of a loved one. For example, your mom's birthday is next month. Maybe that's important to you, but it's not urgent because it's next month. You have some time to get that gift if you want to do so. Let me pause real quick and make a note that's important. What one mom considers urgent and important, another mom may not. We're all different. We have different personalities, we have different schedules, and we're in different seasons of life. So as I go through these examples, they may not apply to you. That's why I want you to take the description of each of these quadrants and reflect to see what tasks for you personally fall in each of these quadrants. Moving on to quadrant 3. Quadrant 3 is delegate. These tasks are urgent, but not important. Examples could include laundry or groceries or your kid's bake sale. Let me explain. Maybe your kid comes home and says, I have a bake sale tomorrow. I need some homemade cookies. Is that urgent? It is. It happens tomorrow. But is it important to you? Are you stressed and feel like you need to make these homemade cookies for your child for tomorrow? Maybe not. Maybe it's not important to you. Maybe you can go buy a box of cookies to share for the bake sale and remind your child to give you more of a heads up. But this is an important note as well. What one person in your family even may consider urgent and may consider important might not be urgent and important to you. It may be urgent because that's based on a deadline or a date, but importance is what I want you to focus on here. What's important to one person may not be important to you. So really take the time to decide, is this truly important to me? If it's important to, say, your spouse, it might be important to you. Take time to consider that. Quadrant 4 is delegate. These tasks are not urgent and they are not important to you. Some quadrant 4 tasks could include scrolling on social media, or watching TV, or playing video games. I want you to know, though, that there are times when we all engage in quadrant 4 tasks, and it's okay. My focus with this training is for you to be more intentional with your time and how you spend your days. I'm not telling you you should never scroll social media. I do it, and it's okay, but I'm intentional about that. I don't just mindlessly pick up my phone and scroll. I look and think about what's important for that day, and if I've gotten done what really needs to get done. And if I've got time, absolutely, I'll engage on quadrant 4 tasks. I don't always want you to feel like you need to delete your quadrant 4 tasks. It may be something that you do delete. And more times than not, if you've got a lot on your plate that are in quadrant 1, 2, or 3, you really need to delete those quadrant 4 tasks. But don't feel like you always have to, okay? It's all about prioritization and getting done what truly needs to get done. So, how do we go about prioritizing? I want you to write down that to-do list that's in your head, or on that piece of paper, or on your calendar, or in your phone. I want you to write those tasks down. And then I want you to go back through those tasks and circle which quadrant they belong to. Quadrant 1, do. Quadrant 2, decide. Quadrant 3, delegate. Quadrant 4, delete. Don't stress too much about it, except really think through it. Really think through if something is really urgent and really important. Not all of your tasks can and should be circled as one. We can't do it all. We can't be everything to everyone all the time. So really think through where each of these tasks land in the matrix. Here's some bonus tips. After you prioritize and list out the tasks from number 1 being most important to number 4 being potentially tasks you can delete, once you finish that exercise and you feel good about it and know that each day it may be different, because as you approach your mom's birthday, that's going to become more important. Or excuse me, going to become more urgent. It is important to you. So take time to reevaluate where these tasks land. You don't have to go through this formal process that I just went through each and every time you add something to your to-do list. It's become second nature for me. When I add something to my list, I mentally make note where it falls. And I put it towards the bottom if it's more of a 4 and I'd just like to keep it in mind, towards the top if it's a 1. I don't stress about it. I don't really spend too much time thinking through it, okay? And I want that to become second nature for you as well. And the more times that you engage in this process, the easier it will become and the less overwhelmed that you'll feel. Here are some bonus tips. Putting things down on a to-do list can be freeing. It can free up your mind for some other things. Sometimes I can't even remember what I did the day before. So we've got that mom brain. It's precious space up in there. So it's nice to get it down on paper or on your phone, to get it out there and to have it somewhere other than taking up precious space. But I want you to pause each time you feel the urge to write something down as a to-do. I want you to pause and think, is it something that aligns to what really matters to you? If health really matters to you, exercise is a reasonable to-do list item. Just take a short moment to really think about if it's truly a to-do item, or if it can go somewhere else. If you can immediately delegate it to someone else and not even have it on your list, big win there. Don't forget about delegating to children, spouses. It's great. Okay, next bonus tip is to rank the items in each quadrant separately in order of priority. So maybe you have, from that list of to-do items, you have 4 items that landed in quadrant 1. Take those 4 items and quickly rank them. So what is the most urgent and the most important? Do the same for quadrant 2, quadrant 3, quadrant 4. Maybe for quadrant 4 items, watching that new show on Netflix is more important than scrolling social media, for an example. The next bonus tip is to not let other people define your priorities. Don't let someone's urgent task become something that's urgent for you if it's not important. So I want you to identify what's truly important for you, what truly matters. It may be something that is urgent, but is it urgent to you? Is it a deadline that you have personally? Or is it a friend or an acquaintance or someone on the internet trying to dictate what truly matters to you? Don't let that happen, mama. I want you to separate yourself from what matters to someone else if they don't have a place in your circle. So if it's your spouse, what matters to your spouse probably matters to you too. And if it doesn't, there's a time and place for communication and to get on the same page. But I just don't want others in your life who don't have a place making decisions as far as what matters most to you. Don't let them define your priorities, okay? Lastly, are you procrastinating? Maybe you are procrastinating, and there are several reasons why you might be procrastinating. But one reason may be that you are afraid of failing. Are you delaying starting a passion project? Are you delaying getting that report done? Are you delaying having that important conversation because you're afraid of quote unquote failure? Really think through that. And let's flip the definition of failure. Let's think of failure as simply an opportunity to learn and grow. Each step we take is either a step in the direction towards success, or it's a moment to learn tools, to learn more information, to learn valuable lessons that will get you on your way. So in order for us to learn and grow, we've got to just do it and get started. And I encourage you to do that and really think through why you may be procrastinating. Opportunities to learn and grow. And I want you to experience that. That concludes our priority-based to-do list training. I would, however, like to invite you to join our community. If you're not already a member of the Less Overwhelmed, More Joy for Moms Facebook group, I encourage you to join. Simply go to Facebook and search in the groups for Less Overwhelmed, More Joy for Moms. You'll receive tips and resources, support, and encouragement in that group. Also, you'll be a part of a growing community of fellow moms. We support each other. It's not just me. I allow for other moms to share, to talk about their passions, to talk about our struggles as moms, and to help each other out. I want this community to be a lifeline for you to be able to learn and grow as we experience motherhood in various ways, but knowing that we are stronger together. In addition, I'd love for you to work with me if that's something you're interested in. I offer coaching and digital products for overwhelmed moms so they can achieve more peace in their home, more time in their days, and more joy in their hearts. I truly am on a mission to help, and I have a passion for that because I've been that mom who felt like she was drowning each and every day. And I found a way to resurface and thrive. And I want to help other moms achieve the same. I have one-on-one coaching packages. I have group coaching packages. I have printables, various pages to help you with habits and routines. I have workbooks, and I even have courses available. There's a variety of different ways that you can work with me. And in addition to that, I have tons of free resources that you can utilize in this journey. I'd love for you to reach out to me either on social media or you can email me. My email address is Kerri, Kerri, at kerrithompson.com. I hope you've learned from this training and you'll apply it in your day-to-day life. Have a wonderful day. Take care, everyone. Bye.